I wish this was a squeezable piece of shit to where it talked to you when you squeezed it.
But that's my no square. Don't touch me there. What's up, guys?
Pulling my hair.
It's your boys from Milltown Productions.
That's right.
Here, starting a new series. Anyone want to talk about what series it is? You took your fucking headphones off.
He doesn't want to be a part of this introduction.
What the hell are you doing?
What the fuck is that?
You've got an energy drink. I can't believe you've done this.
It actually starts pouring out.
Damn it!
Right on my iPad.
What's the series that we're doing?
The Haunting of Bly Manor. We'll talk. You go. You go. You can do your shit. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon. So what are we watching?
We're watching The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Ooh.
Yes, episode 1, obviously.
Yes. Another Mike Flanagan work.
That's
We
right.
just finished Midnight Mass. We all thoroughly enjoyed that show. So now we're gonna see
Except for episode 4.
what his what his second miniseries on Netflix had to offer.
Yes.
So obviously you have not seen this.
Correct.
Jason has not seen this.
What are we watching?
So obviously you have not seen it.
No.
Brandon hasn't seen it. I have seen it one time. This will be very similar to what we did with Midnight Mass, where after every episode we'll have discussion. I'll probably be like the moderator for most of the questions, just kind
Right.
of talking to you guys about things. So here, the first episode is called The Great Good Place. I'll just go ahead and read the little description here, and then we'll kind of see if we can make any kind of predictions, like what we expect from the show right before we start it. How about that?
I like it.
So a bright-eyed American au pair hopes to make a difference caring for two orphans in a grand English manor, yet the feeling of dread is undeniable.
Undeniable.
What is an au pair?
A nanny.
An au pair.
An au pair.
Au pair.
So she's going to be the nanny of two orphans
Mm-hmm.
in a mansion, basically. And it's in England.
Right.
So
So
do the orphans own the mansion?
I would say that,
Maybe like a trust?
yeah, probably something where like it's being passed down to them.
Has some sort of management.
Yeah. So they technically still have some care there or something. Since we know, how Mike Flanagan worked with Midnight Mass.
Right.
Do you guys expect kind of a similar kind of presentation, similar style?
Probably. I'm not going to just well, no. Damn it. I was going to be like, I'm not going to just assume who's the main character.
Yeah. Well, I still wouldn't do that. Just to be safe, just kind of expect everyone to be a main character kind of deal.
Yep.
Okay. I'm a main character.
I would say that in Mike Flanagan's works, most of the characters are a main character.
Exactly.
You
It's
know,
a community.
Yeah. It's not like in most TV shows where it's like, well, these are your main characters, and then we have a smattering of other random characters.
Right.
Yeah.
We kind of focus on everyone in Mike Flanagan's works.
I have one prediction.
Okay.
A lot more people are going to die throughout the season rather than towards the end. That's how I feel.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, you think more people are going to die in this than in Midnight Mass? Like,
No.
Jesus.
I mean, like, throughout each of the episodes,
Oh,
I think
okay.
a lot more people will
It's
die.
127 people who died in the last movie.
Yeah, the
Last
last
show.
show.
Well, 125.
Yep.
125, yeah.
So, do you guys think Mike Flanagan will do something similar of like having a twist somewhere in like something you think could be like, oh, I feel like this is how this is working, and then he'll flip it on its head, kind of like how he did with Monsignor Pruitt being young.
I think he'll do that a couple times.
Okay.
I think he'll do it a couple times. Have you
Possibly,
looking
yeah.
one way and look at right hand, grab your butt with my left. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that he will have characters that are just as charismatic and that you will care for as much as we did in Midnight Mass?
I think he will because he did dialogue and relationships very well in Midnight Mass.
Sheriff Omar.
Yeah. Which again, we get to see him in this.
Yep.
He's
See
like,
what
I
I'm
already
thinking.
care about Sheriff Omar.
That's right.
I mean, he's a very charismatic person, but for all you know, he could be a fucking dick in this.
He could.
Yeah.
You probably still like him though.
Yeah, I still like him. He'd be the most likable
What if he's
dick.
like the main bad guy?
Yeah, he would still be a likable dick.
I mean, well, obviously since
You, sir, are a likable dick.
You've got some likable dick.
since we don't have really much to go on,
Right.
I think we'll be able to really kind of assert our feelings a little bit better after the first episode's over.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I've developed any feelings for anyone.
Okay. we can.
I'm in love.
I'd say let's just go ahead and jump in and just see where this journey's gonna take us, or where
dive in.
see where the bearings are at a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the video. Oh God.
There's the 2 orphans. You don't know that.
Well, that is a very
Astute
reasonable
observation.
prediction.
However, you're wrong. Some soupy
We
nasty.
lay, my love and I,
I like natural soup.
They said just Manukanai right there.
beneath the weeping willow.
Look at
But now alone I lie, and weep beside the tree,
Why do you have your door
by the
open?
tree that weeps with me, singing, "O willow waly."
Okay, so she keeps her sink and tub full of water
Right, and keeps your front door open.
while she sleeps.
Yeah. And she sleeps on the couch.
Huh.
Or in a chair.
Or yeah, in a chair.
The bride has asked me to speak. I must claim my right as a slightly drunk, completely jet-lagged Englishman to well and truly speak my mind. Did you know that almost half of marriages these days do not end up in divorce? That means there's a strong probability that you two get to watch each other die. And that's the preferred outcome. Go off and do drugs on a beach in Bali. Run while you still can. You're young, you're strong.
Ghost stories are worse when there's a kid.
I have a story.
Don't listen to her story.
Well, it isn't really my story. It belongs to someone I knew.
Why not?
Wine and dine me, sister.
I was about to say you're whining and dining your sister.
All right then.
Her.
And if a child gives the effect, what do you say to 2? The teacher was, by choice, a solitary young woman, come up to London in trepidation to answer in person an advertisement placed by one Lord Henry Wingrave regarding his young nephew and niece, who were in need of an au pair.
Ah. What was that?
Something crazy.
It looked like Martian.
Something in the reflection.
Miss Clayton, is it?
Oh, call me Danny. Hi there.
You're a teacher.
Or I was.
You've no previous experience as an au pair.
I've quite a bit of experience with children, Mr. Wingrave.
In a classroom, but this is a full-time live-in position.
I know. That's actually why I responded to
The
the
children are wonderful. Miles, my nephew, he needs structure, discipline more than ever, I fear.
Spring session shouldn't end.
You'd be
for-
expected to tutor him so he doesn't fall behind. The same with Flora, my niece. There is a live-in housekeeper, but the children would be your responsibility and yours alone. Don't call on me.
I ain't got
I
time for
understand.
kids.
That's right.
They're parents,
What's
so
the
I have.
catch?
I'm sorry.
You're younger than most who'd apply for this sort of thing. What makes a woman of your age want to give up her life to take care of someone else's children? Seems odd.
Seems odd to me, too. A full-time position in a beautiful country manor to 2 exceptional children. But I saw your ad 6 months ago. Seems to me an easy position to fill. At least as you've described. What is the catch?
She fired back at him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She just got them fucking crazy eyes. Like them psychotic girls.
I think it's also because you know her mainly as love from you.
Yeah, I know. I saw the same, like,
Yeah.
crazy eyes from there, and I was like, what the fuck? Bro, that's fucking...
Ed Warren, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's Riley's dad.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I know I didn't get the job, but that was the most awkward job interview of my entire life. I think we should toast to it, Mr. Wingrave. Or do you prefer it in your tea?
We did find someone for a while, last summer. Well, I suppose she died. People are superstitious, especially in the country. These small children in that huge house with their dead parents, now their dead governess. No one wants it. Superstition, imagination.
I'm gonna be in England a while longer. Yeah, quite a while, actually. I got a job. I'm not running from anything, and it hurts me when you say that.
I knew she was running from something.
I love you, Mom.
Oh, there you go. Ooh.
So she sees that in mirrors?
That's probably
In
why she had those
reflections?
covered, yeah. Because she saw it in the car reflection too when it drove by.
Just taking it in all of its beauty.
That's Willow Whaley.
What a beautiful song.
That
What
one
song?
lady was saying that.
At the beginning.
The one you were just singing?
You're Miss Clayton. You must be. Oh, and you're so pretty. How perfectly splendid.
You must be Flora. Now, what's that?
Oh, that's just a silly thing, really. Just a moment.
No, it's not.
Just a moment.
Looking like a fucking voodoo doll kind of deal.
Like from
What a
Little Hope.
gorgeous lake.
Yeah.
You mustn't. It really is just a smelly old pond.
Perfectly splendid to me.
Miles! She's here! Jen.
She's here, Miles.
Hi, Miles. Hi.
I'm sorry. Goodness, I was miles away. Let's find our way inside. I'm sure Miss Clayton is eager to see the house. Come along. Now.
Oh, you can call me Danny.
I wish that this show took advantage of the music a little bit better because it takes place in '87.
Oh, I know.
So like there'd be so much '80s music that could be playing.
Well, in England though, what would be playing?
Tears for Fears.
Rolling Stones.
Tears
Pink
for Fears
Floyd.
for sure. Hearing the shout, shout, let it all out, and everybody wants to rule the world.
Bump ba dump bump ba dun
I don't know. I wish there was '80s music.
That'd
But
be a dishman de manis.
there was obviously the music in the bar that
Right.
you guys noticed. Whenever she was talking to Flora there, did she say it's simply splendid or just splendid that you're here?
Simply splendid.
Okay. Simply Splenda.
It's simply splendid that you're here.
This is a foyer.
Foyer.
Perfectly splendid.
Perfectly splendid.
This is the kitchen, and it's perfectly splendid.
You're saying that a lot, lady.
Owen, and he's splendid. This is the classroom. It's quite boring.
Gorgeous.
It is. It's a great, good place.
A great good place. They keep saying it.
Perfectly splendid.
Take a shot every time she says perfectly splendid.
Laura.
Coming.
How'd they say that in the same octave?
Laura, come in.
You know who Flora reminds me of?
Miles be fucking peeking.
Oh! I'm sorry. May I come in?
Miles. Flora reminds me of the daughter from American Horror Story.
Oh, really?
I think it's season 1.
She kind of reminds me of young Dakota Fanning, but like British.
She's got the eyes.
Yeah.
It's the eyes.
Yep.
And I forgot what
Bug
movie
eyes.
it's called, but so far this is turning out exactly like a movie that I've rented from Redbox.
Interesting.
I just wanted to say how happy we all are that you're here.
But if you get in my way, I'll fucking kill you.
If the boy starts doing like
Not much.
serious, like
I know.
fucked up, mischievous shit,
So
it's
there's
exactly
something to
like the
make you
movie
feel
that I've
more
seen.
welcome.
I'm just gonna finish up here and see you in a few minutes, okay?
Of course.
Yeah, fucking lock the door. She learned quick.
No, she didn't.
I haven't quite figured out tea yet.
It's fine, dear.
I ain't never putting milk in my tea.
I'm sure you're right, sweetheart.
Oh, wait, you're not gonna eat?
Yeah. I'll have it later.
Not eating.
And then like looked back at her.
Yeah, and then said that.
And that's the power of OxyClean.
But wait, there's more.
You know, I've gone to every kind of school you can think of.
Have you?
I know how hard it can be. Look, you can talk to me about whatever you'd like.
It's very kind of you. Good night, Danny.
Mrs. Gross seems to think you should call me Miss Clayton.
Didn't you like it? The butterfly.
You know, Flora was a little upset, I think.
She's always a little upset. But she's so glad you're here. And so am I.
Well, thank you for making me feel so welcome. Is that me?
Why, no, silly. You're you. It's just a dolly.
Touche. You, miss, have a lot of dolls, and we're going to learn how to pick them all up before we go to sleep, okay?
Put her back. She stays there.
What? Alright, she's a little
It's
creepy.
time for bed. You have to promise me that you'll stay in your room, stay in your bed until morning.
But it's certainly a good rule for you and your brother
But
to,
you must.
at least for tonight. Now get some sleep.
You're not supposed to leave your room at night, you silly.
You silly?
Oh,
You nutter.
what you were doing right now is not perfectly splendid.
You wet wipe.
I'd be telling that kid though, when she's like, "You gotta stay in your bedroom." I'd be like, "Bitch, you gotta stay in your bedroom. I'm your nanny. I'm making tea in the middle of the night if I want it.
But it sounded like she was worried about her.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like she was like,
No,
you
yeah.
can't leave your room at night, okay?
Yeah. Like, I'm the adult, bitch.
I mean, I'd have more than likely been like, why do you want me to stay in my room? You know, like,
Yeah.
well, why?
Well, why do I have to?
Enlighten me as to what I should be afraid of.
Yeah. Like, why does your doll have to fucking stay under here? You didn't
Yep.
care about any of the other ones.
A Zachary. Is busy bussing.
Busy buzzing. I got a girl crush.
Knew it. It's a fucking...
Is that a finger?
No. That's like a plague doctor.
Oh.
I'm very cross with you. You left your room last night.
How does she
How do you know that?
You've got to stay in your room
Why?
so she doesn't see you.
Who?
The lady. The lady in the lake.
Flora.
The lady in the lake.
I fucking hate this scene.
Miss Clayton.
He kills it.
Look, I've been a teacher for 9 years, Miles.
Nope. Absolutely fuck not.
And all that time, a lot of kids have tried to scare me in a lot of different ways. And you know what I learned? I'm a lot braver than people think. Was there somebody working on the grounds today? Because I saw a guy on the parapet on my way in.
Oh, I've not been up there.
Well, why would you?
I waved. He didn't wave back.
Oh, you must have imagined it, dear.
I'd be like, y'all really fucking deflective on this. Like,
You're not gonna eat anything?
Gaslight.
Oh, no, I already ate.
She never eats.
She's a ghost.
Something's wrong with her.
Yep.
Well, she's like interacting with like physical stuff that's there with him, and like everyone's seeing her. So
Yeah. I don't think she's a ghost, but something's up with her because she never eats.
unless she just eats on her own and doesn't want like eating in front of people or something.
Yeah. Or she eats something else other than normal
Humans.
food.
Good evening, Miss Clayton.
Time for bed.
I shouldn't think so.
No more games, Miles.
Stop being weird, Miles. He's so weird sometimes.
Imagination. And everyone in this house is so lucky that you're using yours to keep us safe. That you keep yourself safe first. And no going on the parapet.
You really are, you know.
I'm what?
Perfectly splendid.
Knew it.
Good night, sweet girl. Oh. I'm sorry. You know, you need to make sure that you pick these up. I would hate to break. Where would you like her tonight?
Miss Clayton, there's an electric fan in Flora's cupboard. I cannot sleep without it, I'm afraid. That's right, my cupboard. Would you fetch it for me?
You get it.
Sure thing. Okay, let's look.
They're going to shut the door.
I don't see it.
What is
Okay.
happening?
I said no games. Open the door. Miles. Flora! I'm being serious. Open the door. Miles, Flora?
She getting claustrophobic?
No!
Fucking hell.
Well, guys, we just finished our first episode of the Haunting of Bly Manor.
That's
Let's
right.
Yes, we
Do
did.
some quick little, overview thoughts. What'd you guys think?
It was good, but I cannot stop thinking about the movie The Turning. I cannot stop thinking about it. There's so many resemblances. It's almost as if
Like he made both. I have never filled out a page of notes before.
damn.
So,
Me too.
what did you think?
It was so very good. I liked it.
Yeah?
Yep, I have some questions and some speculations.
Yeah, with these shows, the first episode is never one to answer questions. It's only to give you questions, basically.
Right.
Which can be frustrating because it's like they just throw everything at you, so then you're like, why is this happening? Who is that? What's going on here? So, like, literally most of my notes here are questions. that I just have to ask for you guys, like, to kind of theorize about.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I liked it as well. This is only my second time viewing it. I noticed things that I didn't notice the first time that I watched it, and I brought some of them up to you guys. You guys just want to dive in?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, thought that's what you're about to do.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. Our narrator.
I like the narrator.
Oh, yeah. She pretty.
What?
So I'm assuming the whole thing is a flashback, and the narrator is the daughter.
The daughter?
Oh, well,
Flora?
the narrator's Aaron.
Flora.
So.
No, the narrator's not Aaron.
Oh,
No, but the narrator does show up in The Haunting of Hill House as a main character.
oh, cool.
So the first thing we saw of her was her sleeping in that chair, staring at her door.
That was her
Yeah.
in the very beginning? Okay, I couldn't remember
And-
if that was her, the old lady.
When she looked at it, she sighed, almost like she was disappointed, it seemed. She was like... And then she got up, filled up her bathtub and stuff, and started looking into the reflections. What was up with that? What y'all think?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was weird because, well, she had drained her bathroom in the morning,
Mhm.
right? And then her bathtub and the sink and stuff. So at night, she like has to have them filled up.
Yeah.
And then she leaves her front door.
Cracked open.
Yeah.
Which is
to
like
where it can't
unsafe,
close.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, she has the lock pushed out to where the door can't close. It just sits up against it.
A little strange.
Yeah.
Maybe,
She's inviting death.
maybe
Ooh,
some stuff happened, and
and
she feels regretful,
and she's just
and
waiting for
she's
her turn to
waiting it for to be her turn, and it never happened.
So what would the sink in the bathtub be? Like what could the sink in the bathtub be?
To mimic the lake.
So okay, so I was gonna say she talked about singing "Oh Willow Wayley,"
Yep.
waiting for my lover to return, and then it showed Flora staring into the lake while singing that song.
Yep.
So there could be a parallel there for sure. We found out that the previous au pair unalived herself.
Yep.
Why do you guys think that is? Why would she?
Because she didn't unalive herself.
So you think she was murdered?
The Witch of the West
Okay.
unalived
Damn.
her. Yeah.
And
And
by
the-
this, who do you mean?
The Witch of the Lake.
So the lady in the lake.
The lady in the lake, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you think it was just kind of like made to look as if she drowned herself?
What about the plague doctor?
Yeah, what's going on with the fucking plague doctor?
Maybe they're the same person.
Maybe that's the lady. Oh, so it's a lady in the plague doctor thing, you think?
Could be.
Okay. Okay. What if she is the lady in the lake?
Who?
No, I'm just
Flora?
fucking with you. No,
Oh.
Flora. No, definitely not Flora. The au pair.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
So they said in the show that it was because of a man.
Yeah.
So
I think she's seeing the man.
Like the guy that was on the parapet?
Yep.
Okay. So I wrote this down initially. Obviously, we found out why, but I said Danny has her mirrors covered in her apartment. So then that leads into my next question, where I have it here.
But it's a very...
Why
Oh, go ahead.
does Danny see shiny eyes in her mirrors?
I think it's the same dude.
That was on the parapet?
I think he's calling her to the manor.
So why is it that in reflections he has these yellow shining eyes, and then like she saw
I
him
think
like
he's dead and he's kind of evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason, any thoughts on that?
I don't know, man.
Because it seems to be something that's like it's haunting her. But she saw him before she even got to the manor. She even before she went to the interview, she saw him in the reflection of the car.
She probably saw him in America.
Maybe, and that's what drew her to London, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Something happened in America. She got drawn to London. She saw the reflection there. For some reason, she wants to be a nanny at this place. I think it's all connected.
And her mom accused her of running away from something.
Correct.
Which you thought could be where she had some kind of miscarriage and she's now trying to, like, I guess, start over, like a whole new life or something like that. And she ran here to... Yeah.
I never knew.
I put down that Owen is very charismatic and easy, a very likable character, because of course he is.
Yep.
We didn't really see a whole lot from him other than him just seeming like a very playful,
funny, yeah.
like cool dude. Flora's catchphrase is perfectly splendid.
Yep. I like it.
I mean, like 30 times she said it in this show.
She said it a lot.
I could hear it 60.
I mean,
Perfectly splendid.
and then
Splendid.
I can kind of piggyback off of that because she was just being polite the whole time to Danny. Why are the kids so polite?
Well,
Because like that doesn't seem like a question you normally ask, but it seems off.
It's like too robotic.
Yeah.
How polite they are.
but here's the thing. It could be one of two things. They're just trying to get on her good side and eventually try to freak her out by getting evil. I like what they did with locking her in the closet.
So I would have done the same thing.
Or they locked her in the closet to protect her.
That's what I'm thinking. Because the lady in the lake was coming looking for her, and they didn't want her out of the room whenever she did.
Maybe
That's
because I have that
possible.
down here, so we'll get to that whenever I'm just like going in order of the questions here, but we'll kind of dive deeper into that where I'll talk about something. Miles is a fucking creep. He fucking peeked in on her while she was changing.
Yep.
But like he started off really polite to her, then he did that, and then he's polite again, and then at the end they lock her in, and then after they let her out, they're once again like, I'm so sorry, and
Well, even Flora, she was very polite, and then in the bathtub she was like, where did you get that?
yeah,
Like,
it doesn't belong to you.
yeah. And then when
Yeah.
she picks up the doll, she's like, put it back.
Yeah, she stays there. Which again, why does she stay there? Why does she want to keep her there?
And now I wonder, my thing, I think the Lady in the Lake is that doll. Like, not the doll itself, but
Representation.
representation. And I think she puts it under the cupboard and she knows when she's coming in the house when it moves or something like that.
Okay. See again, so I'll be touching on that again.
That's a good assumption.
And so whenever she saw that it was there on the floor, she was like,
Exact. So that's what I was gonna bring up was the first time we see it, it's under there. She's like, just leave it there. Then when she comes in to tuck her in, she didn't hit it when she walked in.
right.
Then when she goes to leave, it's just boom, there in the middle of the room, standing up.
Which was weird.
So, yeah, like, did it move on its own? Is it
Yeah, I
like,
think so.
is that kind of like a warning that whatever this thing is a representation of is now coming? Like it's gonna be there or something? Like,
I think so.
I think so. I also think that the other dolls that she makes might have something to do with the Plague Doctor. Like he is their guardian angel kind of thing.
Okay.
That she is kind of summoned to keep them safe from the Lady in the Lake.
okay. Why didn't Miss Gross eat at all in this? Because we mentioned it a couple of times.
Yep.
She did try the tea.
Yes, she did.
She tried it.
Yeah.
She drank the tea, but she just didn't eat.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if she's fasting or some shit.
I was gonna say, what if it's like an eating disorder or something she has?
Yeah. Well, I thought that earlier. I was like, maybe she has an eating disorder. But then I was like, would they put that in the show?
Maybe.
Like, as their caretaker, possibly having an eating disorder? Felt like that might be. I won't assume it's that, obviously,
Yeah.
because that's not high chances, I guess.
I
But there's
don't
some reason why she's not eating,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I really have no idea, to be honest.
Also, there's a fourth candle. Maybe she feels regretful over something, or she feels just too sad to eat.
Yeah, she could be depressed.
Yeah. Because someone's died.
But she said, I am and have always been a happy woman.
Yeah, but people say that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is the uncle so distant? He even says like, "Don't call me unless it's an emergency."
Yeah, he seems kind of like a dick.
Yeah. Like if he's their uncle, it's probably his brother's children.
Right.
What? You said his brother's children. It could have been his sister's children.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Either way,
If he's their uncle, then that means he's related to the dad, not the mom.
I'm just saying. Like, I just think it's for me. I would just assume it was his brother that was there, and that's their children.
Why?
Because he's so distant.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. He's distant because he's a rich, super rich man, and super rich people don't take care of their kids.
What?
Well, they're also not his kids.
They pay someone else to do it.
And that's not always the case. Once again,
That's me assuming.
Jason
So-
does a lot of generalizations.
Yeah, I do.
Who called when they were eating? They were eating, what was it, breakfast?
Yep.
And then they called, and Owen went and answered it, and there was just no one on the other line.
Yeah,
You
that
think
was
that was
weird.
like a significant thing, or is that just kind of like a throw in to seem kind of,
No, I think it'll come back. I don't think it was like significant, but I
Okay.
think that'll be explained later.
okay.
Or at least hinted at later. The gardener was cool.
Yeah, she was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
She was playful with the kids too. You know, talking about the whole Gremlins thing, and Owen was like, "We got to get water on them," and she splashes them. That was funny.
They're supposed to multiply, though.
Yeah, right. Well, not if they're not Gremlins.
That's right.
Yep. Then they're not gremlins.
We've kind of already answered what we think this is, but whose footsteps are those at the end?
Lady in the Lake.
I think Lady in the Lake.
What about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the witch doctor, if they're not the same thing.
Okay. And then and just to clarify, so you think that the guy she saw in the parapet is the one she's also seeing in the reflections?
Correct.
Okay.
Possibly.
I don't know what to say about the fucking dude with the reflection. Because
Looks like something from Kill Note.
it's weird.
Or Death Note, yeah.
Yeah. It again,
It's definitely strange.
nothing's really explained in this episode. They only raise the question for everything. So, okay.
Do they explain things in episode 2?
They might.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. It's a good thing we're doing 2 episodes of this instead of doing the other show today.
Oh my god.
And then we do that
Well-
the next time, right, guys?
Maybe, yeah. It is really cool the show itself is nice. It's smooth. The dialogue is good.
It's creamy.
It's very creamy.
It's very British.
Yeah. The characters look like they're really engaging with each other. The acting's great.
I was gonna say once again, I think
Writing is great.
Yeah, I think the dialogue is written really well. The way that everyone interacts with one another. You know, there's nothing that seems other than the obvious like paranormal shit that's going on. There's nothing unnatural about it to me. You know, everyone seems like they're actual.
Other
people.
than how rehearsed the kids
Yeah.
seem with every sentence, they're like perfectly splendid and
absolutely
great
marvelous.
good place.
Oh yeah, the great good place was said so many times, and that was the name of the episode, which obviously they're talking about the manor itself.
Also, I think the butterfly clip might come into play at some point
because it was the original au pairs,
right? And
So-
who knows what it had to do before that? You know?
Yeah.
What the clip had to do before that?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows whose it was before that, or if it has something to do with the story or
What
not?
history it could have.
Right.
That's not yours.
It has.
She said it doesn't
Whose?
belong to you. But then, oh yeah,
Who is she talking to?
yeah, because she looked past her, almost kind of towards the mirror. It looked like maybe,
Right.
and she just kind of stared and then said, "Actually, it's fine, really."
Now, does she see what Miss Clayton sees?
I think she might. I think she might be talking to that man.
Yeah. What if she's talking to the old au pair?
Oh yeah. See, at first I thought that because it seemed like she was like that was hers, and then the old au pair was like, "No, it's okay. She can wear it." And she's like, "Never mind. Actually, it's fine."
Yeah.
So that could be.
Or it could be that she's talking to the man that either Danny is seeing, or what if she's talking to the fucking witch doctor?
Right.
I talked to the witch doctor, and he said to me,
That's
"Go
how that
out-
goes.
Go outside and pull your pee-pee out and pee. And if it burns and if it's red, you soon will soon be dead."
You soon be dead.
Yep. You shouldn't have sex with a bee.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ooh, ah, ting, tang, smack my poontang.
Okay, first of all, are you? We're talking about the little girl talking to the witch doctor. Are you singing this from her perspective right now?
Ew!
I know.
No.
Okay. All right.
Ew! Ew! So, we quickly ran through my list of questions. Are there any, like, other points you guys noticed that you might want to bring up and ask about or anything?
Not that I can recall right now, but
Yeah.
And you think that the narrator is Flora?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I don't think so. I think the narrator is either the mom,
Or Miss it's either
the
Miss-
last au pair, or the lady in the lake.
Huh?
It can't be.
The mom's dead.
It
Miss
can't be-
Au Pair, the last au pair is dead.
Well, yeah, but like with Desperate Housewives, they have a dead person who's narrating the entire series. It's the lady who kills herself in the very beginning of the show, and then she's the narrator for the rest of the thing. So I think it could be something like that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me see, because she says it's not really my story.
Right.
She says it's full of ghosts of all sorts. But now,
Oh, so it's not Miss Clayton. It is Flora.
well, it had to be
Because-
someone that's British because she has a British accent, and
Right.
Clayton, Miss
Yeah.
Danny doesn't. She's American.
It's Flora.
You think
Flora?
so?
It's Flora.
We
I'll
will
have to
obviously-
hear it again in the next episode and then
Yeah.
be able to tell you. Is it grown up Flora?
Yeah.
Like,
Not
Yeah, I guess he's saying
child
that it's
Flora.
like it's farther into the future, as in like way after everything that happens at the manor.
yeah, and she's just retelling the story.
Yeah.
But she's like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it would bring you to wonder why Flora is sitting there waiting for someone or something to come through her door every night with water in her bathtub and sink. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't remember if we saw the face. We saw the face of the woman on the chair, right?
yeah, it was
That
the
was
narrator.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know who exactly that is.
Yeah, like it hasn't actually said who it is. We're just kind of speculating that it could be
Yep.
Flora.
That's why we guessing. You
So.
know?
Yep.
We're guessing the shares.
Oh, I completely forgot about that part. The old lady that was at the wedding party
Yeah.
for the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, she was. That's the narrator.
Right, she's the one that woke up, and I was like, I swear it was that old lady from the wedding
Yeah, yeah.
party. But then I forgot she started telling a story.
Yeah.
Got you.
It was. So this entire thing's gonna be a flashback.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole thing's basically a
Narrated by
flash.
someone.
Yep.
I do like how they hide stuff in the background, but that was just one episode, and they hid so much shit in the background.
know.
Yeah, I know.
So I have a feeling they're gonna be doing this a lot. throughout
Yep.
the entire
Like the elephant
Yeah.
music box that they had in the totally fucking.
It's gonna be a thing where we have to still try and focus on what is actually happening in the
Right.
foreground,
But let your eyes wander to the background.
but like make sure you're aware of things in the background.
Yep.
So
Like spot the differences basically.
yeah, like you don't because like how they go from that shot, there's nothing there. They cut to the other person, and once they cut back, there's something.
And it's in the bouquet, like completely perfectly blurred into the background where
Yep.
you don't. It doesn't draw your eye to it.
Like I kept thinking at one point whenever she was talking to Flora in her bed, every time it would cut back to Danny, it looked like there was just someone standing in the doorway.
Oh yeah, I know.
And like they never
When off on the right hand side
Yeah.
of the screen when she was talking to her a
At
little
the-
bit earlier.
Yeah, I kept thinking, I was like, there's someone standing
Yes,
there.
I was waiting for it to move.
Yes, or disappear when it cut back, but it never did that.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know if it's like a coat rack with like a hat on it or something, but it looked like someone standing there.
Maybe
It never did that.
when fuck, what's his name? The boy.
Miles.
Miles. Yeah, when Miles was coming in saying he needed the fan from the cupboard, as he was talking, the hat from the witch doctor
Oh, that's
was
creepy
just
as
peeking through the door,
fuck.
but it never moved either. But it was definitely his hat.
So it's like always present, like when these
right.
things are going on.
And I mean, it was like at the door. It wasn't like way off in the background where you could barely see it. It was like it was literally listening from the door.
So now she has a doll, or a dolly,
A dolly.
to represent what we think is the lady in the lake.
Right.
She also had that doll sitting up on the parapet
The
where
witch doctor, that's the one
Danny
I'm
saw
thinking.
saw the guy sitting there. So would that mean that maybe all of her little dolls in that house are representing a different ghost or spirit?
I think they're all the same place, just places she wants him to look over, like watch over.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that the dolls are ghosts.
Okay.
And some are there to protect, and some are not.
Okay.
So some are malicious, some are benign.
Good. Yeah.
I think they're the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dude she saw on the parapet, I think he was there and she saw him because that doll's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everywhere she has that doll, he watches over.
But now, did Flora place that there, or did it move there by itself? Because it seemed like the Lady in the Lake's doll moved on its own.
See, the lady by the lake's doll moves on its own, but I think Flora actually places
Okay.
her dolls. I think she
Yeah.
makes them and places them.
Okay.
Because what's her face? The
Miss Gross?
Miss Clayton
Oh,
was
Danny.
like, but I need you to be more careful and no more going out on the
Parapet.
parapet. And she goes, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
But she shouldn't need to now. Oh, wait. She might need to put it back because she
Yeah.
brought it in from the fucking parapet.
yeah. Unless she just decides a different place in the house to put it.
Right.
Got to guard that
She needs to
entrance,
start mass
man.
producing those motherfuckers. Put them everywhere.
Put them everywhere. But then you'd have a lot of ghosts at your house.
Well, if you're sticking by the theory that everyone is a different ghost, you'd be fucking overrun by ghosts at that point. Be like a ghost party.
But I kind of really want our next Friday Night Fridays to be
Oh, ghost shit.
returning now.
Oh yeah. Ghost ship.
Because I just want to show y'all how
similar?
fucking similar this shit is.
I mean,
Like it's almost plagiarism.
then we watch it and it's nothing like.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, it has been years since I've seen it, so maybe I'm just like,
It kind of reminds me of The Boy because the doll in
Yep.
The Boy looks just like Miles,
It reminds
and-
me of the boy.
and they're in like a big mansion like that where she's having to watch over the doll
Yep.
basically.
And also the orphan. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for me having to bring stuff up and ask questions. Any last things you want to touch on before we end this?
boy, looks weird
well, are we doing a I don't know, a Bly or Fly situation?
shit. Probably not. No.
Right now the only people we could really throw on it is like the narrator, Danny, Owen, Miss Gross.
Right.
That's really it right now.
Right. Unless you're Steven from Blair Witch.
Oh
Podcast.
God, yeah. Done anything with kids lately?
Yeah.
You done anything with kids lately?
Oh, we could throw the gardener on there.
Oh yeah, the gardener. Okay. Trying to think anyone else. The people from the wedding party, but they're not really.
Yeah, we don't know him.
Yeah, we don't know anything about them yet.
Who is that actor? Well, actress
The actress that does the acting.
from The Boy.
Oh, that's Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh God.
I was like, why does she look so familiar?
Lauren Cohen.
Lauren Cohen.
Well, if that's gonna be it for this episode,
I think it is. It was a good episode.
It was a
pretty
good
cool.
episode. I
Y'all-
cannot wait to do the next one.
y'all excited to do more of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, then we will see you guys along with us for episode 2 when it comes out.
That's right. And I'm gonna
Eventually.
go check the temperature.
What?
I think
So I'm gonna go look at the temperature.
Same. It's hot.
I think it's gonna be perfectly splendid.
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 Perfectly.
Perfectly splendid.
When Miles said perfectly.
Splenda.